When humans faced the titans of Earth, before history, before memory, there was a forgotten time. A time erased by the wind, remembered only by bones and stones. It was the lost era, when the world was young, wild, and furious. A time when humans and dinosaurs walked beneath the same sky, fighting for the right to survive. In the heart of a steaming jungle where trees reached the clouds and the air smelled of life and death, lived the tribe of fire, the first humans. Their bodies were strong, their faces rough and covered in hair, their eyes wild and full of wonder. They had discovered something divine. Fire, a flame stolen from the heavens after a storm. With it, they chased away the night and the creatures that hunted in darkness. But even fire could not protect man from everything. In that land, giants ruled, beasts that roared like thunder and made the earth tremble. Among them, the blade-toothed hunters, Tyrannosaurs, and the colossal grazers, the Brontosaurs, that moved like living mountains. It was a world where every step could be the last. One morning, Kaor, a young hunter, went into the mist with his father, Tarek. They crossed the Valley of Black Stones, a place of silence so deep it felt alive. Then the ground began to shake. From the fog, something immense emerged. A Tyrannosaurus rex, its golden eyes burning, its scales gleaming under the sun, its roar tearing the sky apart. Tarek pushed his son aside and shouted, "Run, Kaor! Take the fire and run!" Kaor ran. The ground cracked beneath him, and the monster's roar followed like a storm. He looked back and saw his father standing firm, wielding a spear wrapped in flame, the sacred weapon of the tribe. The beast charged and the valley turned red. Kaor fell to his knees, trembling, the fire flickering in his hands. That day, he swore humanity would never again be prey. They would become the hunters. Time passed. Kaor grew into a leader, strong, silent, and fearless. Under his command, the tribe of fire learned to shape weapons. Stone and bone fused with flame. They crafted sharp spears, heavy axes, and torches that burned like the sun. The jungle became a battlefield. They hunted the smaller predators, the velociraptors, using them as bait to lure the great ones. The ground shook with battles beyond imagination. Man against beast, flesh against scale. Human screams mixed with the roars of Earth's ancient gods. And for the first time, man began to win. But power always demands a price. One day the sky changed, the sun dimmed, the air turned hot and strange. Then came the light, a stone of fire, falling from the heavens, larger than 1,000 mountains. Kaor watched as the horizon burst into flames. Dinosaurs fled, birds screamed. The world seemed to breathe its last breath. The firestone struck with a roar that split the sound of time. The ground tore apart. Forests ignited. Oceans swallowed the land. The same fire mankind had stolen now returned to destroy everything. Kaor led his people into the mountain caves. There they witnessed the end of the world. Flames, thunder, endless night. Ashes rained for days and nights that no one could count. Nothing grew. Nothing moved. Only silence remained. And when the silence finally broke, the world had changed. The giants were gone, and humanity was alone. Kaor stepped out of the cave, covered in ash and tears. The sky was gray, the ground black, but the faint light of the sun still shone beyond the clouds. He lifted his torch one last time and spoke to those who survived. The titans have fallen, but we remain, for the fire that guides us is the same that destroys. And as long as there is flame in our hearts, mankind will endure. Thus began the new age, the age of humans, the ones who survived the impossible, the children of fire and of the end.